Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this 20-minute yoga flow with me, Liliana, and this is Studio Lilianna. So let's get started. Find a comfortable seat, and we're just going to start by taking some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, just letting everything relax. We're just going to start by warming up our neck, so gently bringing the chin down to the chest and then all the way back gently, then to the side and then to the other side. And then we're going to take some nice big neck circles, so rolling the head all the way round. And then if you haven't already, go the other way. So relaxing the shoulders, remembering to breathe, getting out any kinks in the neck, concentrating on one area if that feels right for you this morning. And then gently coming back to center. We're going to bring the hands out parallel with the floor, and then we're going to start by rotating the wrists round one way and then the other. And then we're just going to bring the hands up, so as if they're pushing against a wall on either side. And then we're going to flip and bring the fingertips towards the mat. And then shake it out. Bring in the fingertips then to the shoulders, and then we're going to rotate the shoulders, bringing the elbows to kiss at the front, shoulder blades to kiss at the back. A nice way to warm up the shoulders in the morning, nice and gently. And then going the other way if you haven't already. So we're going to stretch up nice and tall. And as you exhale, you're going to exhale to the right, doing a spinal twist. So you're going to bring the right hand, popping it behind you, and then the left hand to the right knee. You're going to inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist. Maybe using that hand to just bring you round a little bit more, just gently. And inhaling up, stretching up, back to center. And then as you exhale, bringing the right hand to the left knee, bringing the left hand behind you. And again, using the breath, inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist deeper, if that feels right. Then gently coming back, stretching up. Then we're going to make our way to all fours, so tabletop, stacking the shoulders underneath the wrists, knees hip width distance. We're going to take some cat-cows, so inhaling, gazing out ahead, dropping the belly down for cow, and then as you exhale, round in the spine, looking through the legs, or the navel for cat, and just do a few of these in your own time. Breathe in deep. Then you're going to gently tuck your toes and pad your way back to hero pose. So just gently sitting on the heels, taking some nice deep breaths, connecting with the breath. Once you're ready, making your way back to tabletop, and then you're just going to lightly untuck the toes and tap them on the top of the mat. I'm going to do some wrist warm-ups now. So coming back into tabletop, we're going to rotate the upper body round the hands, over the top of the hands, one way and then the other. Feeling the pressure in each one of your fingers as you rotate round. Then you're going to move the hands out to the side, so fingertips pointing towards the edge of the mat. And then you're just going to gently rock back and forth. Also rolling around if that feels right. You can always take the pressure off by leaning backwards a little, so bringing the bum back towards the heels at any point. And then we're going to go in for the fingertips towards the knees. And as you can see here, I'm demonstrating that you can put as much or as little pressure on as you need. And don't worry if you can't get your hands all the way around. Just a nice experimental wrist stretch for you. Again, you can rotate if that feels right. Then we're going to flip the hands. The palms are facing up to the ceiling, and as you can see, I've gone slightly back with the pressure, so taking the bum back towards the heels and just rocking backwards and forwards. And then we're going to shake it out. So then we're going to make our way back to tabletop, just briefly, tucking the toes and then pushing the hips up and back for our first downward facing dog. So Adho Mukha Shavasana. And you can either pedal out here or find stillness. Pressing equally into the palms, a nice straight spine. And then we're going to push on the hands and walk the hands back towards the feet for ragdoll for a few breaths. So grabbing opposite elbows or letting the hands drag on the floor. You can find movement or stillness here. Shaking the head. And then we're going to slowly peel up, ready to start our first flow. So we're going to start on the left leg, so bringing the left leg forward, coming into high lunge, bending into that front knee, coming up on the balls of the back foot, bringing the hands apart or together, and then we're going to gaze up at the thumbs. With the next inhale, you're going to straighten both of the legs, stretching up, exhaling, pivoting round to Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana B. You're gazing over the front middle finger, nice open chest. So then you're just going to shuffle the feet ever so gently towards each other. And you can either use a block or a book here. You don't have to use anything. It's just so I can demonstrate. You're going to hinge from the hips, bringing the hand down towards the block or your shin or your knee, but just hovering just in front of the knee or the shin if you don't have a block. And then you're going to gaze up at the fingertips, nice open chest. Then you're going to come back up briefly and then cartwheel the hands down to the mat, coming into tabletop again. I'm going to do a few cat-cows here. Inhaling for cow, gazing forward, dropping the belly down, exhaling for cat. And then we're going to tuck the toes, push up and back to downward facing dog. Slowly pushing back again towards the back of the mat, so bringing the hands towards the feet. Finding ragdoll for a few breaths. And then we're going to slowly peel up, rolling the shoulders. Then we're going to step forward with the right foot, bringing the hands up. Gazing up at the fingertips, you can see me wobbling, but that's all part of the journey, and it's okay to wobble and find your balance. We're going to gaze up at the fingertips, up at the thumbs, bending into that front knee, up on the balls of the back foot. And then on the next inhale, straightening the legs, stretching up, exhale, pivoting round to warrior two. Gazing over the front middle finger. Then you're going to shuffle the feet slightly closer together, hinging from the hips, bringing the hand down in front of the shin, gazing up at the fingertips. You can come higher up the leg if you need to. We're just looking for a nice open chest in Trikonasana, so triangle. Then you're going to come up briefly, cartwheeling the hands down to tabletop again, and you're going to take a few cat-cows here. Then we're going to bring the hands slightly forward, coming into plank, holding for a few breaths. And then we're just going to come down through chaturanga, so knees, chest, chin. And then you're going to push the chest up and through for cobra. This is a nice lower back bend. Sending the breath down into the lower back. One last breath and then coming down, placing the forehead down on the mat, taking a little break, wiggling the hands, wiggling the fingers and rolling the wrists. Then we're going to bring the hands to the outside edge of the mat and bring in our fingers up, so like little spiders. And then we're just going to inhale, peeling the chest off the mat, head's the last thing to come up, and then as we exhale, coming down, head's the last thing to come down. So just repeating this a few times, so really peeling up, peeling the chest off the mat as you inhale, and as you exhale, lowering back down. So taking a little break here, wiggling the fingers, and then we're just going to come onto the fingertips again. So this time, when you peel the chest up, we're going to bring the right foot towards the back of the head, and then coming down. And then as you peel up again, bring in the left foot, pointing the toes towards the back of the head, and then coming back down. And then last time, bring in both feet pointing towards the top of the head, and then coming back down. So now we're going to come into some quad stretches. So we're going to bring the left arm across in front of you to make a little pillow, and then we're going to point the toes, heel back towards the bum, and we're going to just place our hand on the foot, bring in some pressure down onto the foot, and just getting a nice quad stretch. So just doing this as much or as little as you need to get that stretch. Breathing deep. And then release in. Then we're going to swap sides, so bring in the right hand across, making a little pillow for the head. And then this time we're going to flick the left foot up towards the bum, so the left heel towards the bum. Bring in our left hand on top of the foot. And just bring in a little bit of pressure to get that nice quad stretch. Breathing deep. And then we'll just release back down. I'm going to bring the hands in line with the shoulders, pushing up to tabletop and then pushing up back to plank, and holding plank for a couple of breaths. Then we're going to push the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Again, pedaling out the feet here if you'd like, or finding stillness. You can bend the knees as much as you need. Nice straight spine. And then we're just going to walk to the middle of the mat and find a seated position. So we're going to bring the legs out ahead, feet flexed. We're going to bring the hands down to the side. And as you've seen me demonstrating, you can use a block or come up onto the fingertips. So we're just wanting a nice straight spine. So just imagining that piece of string attached to the top of the head, pulling you upright, and everything relaxing. A few more breaths here. Then we're going to come into forward fold, so Paschimottanasana. So you can either get a strap or a dressing gown string, or you don't have to use any of those things. This is just an option, so you have the option. And straps are a really nice way to allow us to feel the posture a little bit deeper when we're working on a posture or doing a posture for the first time. So we're just going to hinge from the hips, bending into forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Using the inhale to extend and the exhale to go deeper if that feels right. One last breath here. And then we're just gently releasing, coming back up. So now we're going to come down onto the back to just cool down. So bringing the knees to the chest and rocking backwards and forwards, side to side, massaging the lower back. And then you're going to bring the head down to the mat, and you can take happy baby. So you can either hold behind the knees, or if you'd like, you can grab the outside edge of both feet, and then you're going to rock backwards and forwards, just slowly massaging out the lower back, preparing to come into shavasana. Then we're going to release the legs, coming down to our final resting posture, shavasana. So just taking a nice deep breath, letting the belly and the chest expand, and then as you exhale, melting deeper into the mat. And with every exhale, melting deeper into the mat. Allowing yourself to fully relax. So today I wanted to share a positive affirmation to start our day that we can repeat to ourselves a few times. Today I am overflowing with energy and joy. Today I am overflowing with energy and joy. So if you guys would like to stay in shavasana for a little bit longer, then please do. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in a video soon. Have a beautiful day.